Recently, the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund held its inaugural honor at the Castle Gala at Oheka Castle in Huntington. The event honored 3 Long Island police officers who were killed in the line of duty last year and was a fundraiser for the National Law Enforcement Museum.
Tonight, we're paying a very special tribute to 3 officers who died last year here on Long Island. We have John Capano. He was a senior special agent with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, killed on New Year's Eve trying to thwart a robbery at a local pharmacy. Geoffrey Breitkopf and Michael Califano, both of them killed in the line of duty last year. And tonight we're going to be very honored to have the families of Michael Califano and John Capano with us. And of course, that'll make the evening extra special for all of us who have assembled here, and I hope for them too, knowing that their community, the officers who served with their loved one, are going to gather here tonight to pay their special respects and certainly remember and always honor their loved one, but also them, the families that have been left behind.
Honor at the Castle is designed to honor the men and women in law enforcement in the New York area. Not only the men and women who have died in the line of duty. We lost 9 police officers in the state of New York, 3 of them here on Long Island, but also to honor the men and women who go to work every single day to protect our communities and keep our families safe as we go on about our business. The National Memorial is in our 21st year in Washington, D.C. We currently have 19,298 names on the memorial wall.
In Judiciary Square, there's over 19,000 names carved on the limestone walls. It's in D.C., and it's all the police officers killed in the line of duty since we became a free country. And every year during Police Week in May, they add the names from the previous year.
We decided many years ago to build the first ever National Law Enforcement Museum. The museum is designed to tell the rest of the stories behind the badge, where we will tell the stories of law enforcement, the history of law enforcement, starting back to the first police department in America, which was 8 guys on a night watch in Boston, Massachusetts, and how law enforcement has grown and progressed throughout the years to the modern day, very professional police officers that serve our communities today.
This museum initiative, it's all funded by private donations. We've now raised more than $56 million. Our goal is to raise $80 million over the next couple of years. We'll reach that goal. And thankfully, Hollywood, dignitaries, former presidents of the United States. We have George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton as our honorary co-chairs of the campaign to build this museum. Last year, Clint Eastwood, the American icon, joined as our honorary chairman of the museum and the memorial. And tonight we have a number of stars and entertainers that are going to be with us tonight. We have the cast and producers of Royal Pains here with us tonight on Long Island. And we of course have Stuart Levine and his wife Lisa, who are hosting tonight's event along with their company, the Zellman Group. Stuart was shot and seriously injured early in his law enforcement career and unfortunately had to retire on disability. So now that he's a very successful businessman, he wants to give back along with his wife Lisa. And tonight is a great example of how Stuart and Lisa Levine are giving back to help build the National Law Enforcement Museum to tell the story for the first time ever of American law enforcement.
We're just hoping people look at police officers a little bit differently and understand they put their lives on the line every day when they put their uniforms on to protect people that they don't even know. And we shouldn't just get upset when we're pulled over for talking on the cell phone. We need to look at them differently.
It's just nice to see after all the months that have passed, to see my husband still remembered and honored, and to know that, you know, he's not going to be forgotten, that so much is being done for him.
My experience is in working with the families is that they realize that some place outside of their community, people from across the country are going to be able to see that name and recognize the fact that this is a hero. This is someone who gave their lives in the line of duty for society and not just for Nassau County or New York City. And I think what it does to the families is it confirms for them that they lost a tremendous amount, but not in vain. And it's so appreciative for me to be able to work with these families during Police Week and to see and give them a little hope that things are going to get better and that their loved one's not going to be forgotten.
Again, we won't lay down.
Musician and songwriter Range also debuted a special song he wrote for the organization.
The song's called Lay It Down. It's about the police officers and soldiers that put their life on the line every day to, keep us free. And the second verse says, behind the badge, someone who looks like you and me, and they're on the line. They just every day they're just putting it down for us. Saying to the ones who passed, in the line of duty, thank you for your service. To the ones that are here helping us, that 911 call and those ones on the street and every day putting it down for us, then thank you for that. Just paying respect to them, I guess.
And retired NBA player Walt Frazier was also there to lend his support to the cause.
Obviously our police force, very dangerous job, very important job, and I salute them. They are heroes, everyone looks up to them. Very positive influence in the communities and always looking to help out and helping other guys. Fortunately, when I was growing up, I wasn't a guy that got off the beaten path, but a lot of my friends were there, and obviously officers became surrogate fathers for them, helping them get back on the right track and become successful people.
The event was emceed by actor Mark Feuerstein, star of the show Royal Pains.
When I heard the cause that this organization has helped to build, the memorial that stands in Washington to over 19,000 fallen officers dating back to 1791, I realized this was a very important cause. It stands for all the men and women of the police force who risk their lives every day, and a police officer dies every 53 hours in this country. I realized that this was a very important cause, and it's the reason I can sleep at night. So I thought I might as well come MC tonight and represent it well. I don't think we can convey our appreciation for the families of those who risked and gave their lives for our safety and our protection enough. So what better way to express our gratitude than by bringing the families together tonight and say, we honor you for your lost loved one. We honor your family. You produced someone who is a hero. And that's what we're here to do tonight, in addition to have some fun and raise money for a great cause.
In 2009, we lost 126 police officers in the line of duty, compared to 2010, where we lost 153, and in 2011, 163. So it's been, and actually 152 in 2010, 163 in 2011. What's interesting, over the last 15 years, we would have told you that traffic fatalities was the leading cause of death for law enforcement, but the last 2 years it's been firearms. So the incidence of violence attacks against law enforcement has increased significantly over the last couple of years, and we're seeing more and more police officers that are being gunned down in the line of duty. We're seeing the average age of the cop killer has declined. Younger men and women are killing our police officers, and also multiple cases where one shooter takes out several police officers, as we saw in Lakewood, Washington 2 years ago, as well as Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and down in Florida. Florida lost 7 officers in the first month of 2011 and actually had the highest line of duty death rate for any state last year came out of Florida. So it's very drastic and horrific changes in the number of line of duty deaths.
Coming up on a very special week of the year, it's called National Police Week. It's the week that begins on May 13th through the 19th of May. And in Washington, we have many ceremonies, especially at the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. One of them is our signature event. It's a candlelight vigil, our 24th annual. And on that night, we will officially dedicate the new names that we've added this year to the National Monument. The families of those officers who've died in the line of duty will be there with us. I see a lot of tears year after year at these events, but I also see a lot of warm smiles as the surviving family members see that name of their loved one on the National Monument in our nation's capital, and they realize that their loved one will never be forgotten, that their nation has not forgotten them nor the families that have been left behind. and that their loved one will be forever remembered in a very special place, and that their stories will be told for generations to come. I like to think it's a monument to hope. In fact, we have a wonderful inscription there. It says, "In valor there is hope." As long as there are men and women among us who are willing to risk their lives for our safety and our protection, I think there is indeed great hope for this nation of ours and for the future of our children.
For more information on the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund and the museum, you can check out the website lawmemorial.org. In Huntington, Chris Collora reporting.